This is just because of my irritation the last couple days. If anyone's read my post or seen my post, I've had a little agitation. I'm not mad at everyone. Everyone thinks I just think that climate change is the only problem out there. No. Climate change is the biggest problem out there. No. Climate change is the problem that's going to end us. Most likely. The problem, as I've said many times, the way we see ourselves in this world. Many of us understand that, but see it in different ways. But I gotta be honest. I was going to go somewhere else with this video. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm not going to name names. Some of you that I'm friends with on Facebook or were over the years. We have crazy beliefs right now, and I think we need to talk about those crazy beliefs. Put them out in the open. I thought I was crazy, possibly crazy for years for this. I kind of hoped I was. Watching a mainstream climate scientist, Christian pastor, and another climate scientist at the COP, and a talk they did, Paul Beckwith and Catherine Hayhoe, and so many other videos. It just verifies what's going on right now. So, without digressing, our actions in the next 2 to 3 years are going to determine what happens for the rest of humanity. Possibly how long humanity's here. I'm sick of looking in the camera. These are the scientific facts we've been handed. This isn't just a small group of people. That was the COP. These are the scientists around the world. But no, the problem isn't climate change. It is, I believe this guy is last warning to us that the virus is everything else. If you think I'm crazy, that's fine. Those are my honest thoughts. I believe in Gaia. We're all part of this one big consciousness. The changes we see, this is comfrey. I'm potting up free comfrey. Each one of these is a new plant for someone. I built all this soil with these chickens and ducks. We're all hanging out together in this yard, creating surplus. Well, it creates more food in the next year. So that makes sense. We're creating soil, creating food for the chickens and us, creating food for all the animals around us. I believe that's where we've lost our way compared to the lawn next door, which is energy intense. This yard just gives us back so much all the time, but it's also where we spend, if we spend any money, it'd be on something to work within this. Our trash goes out once a month. Our recycle goes out once a month. These aren't things I'm bragging about. These are just changes we've seen within it, within the decisions we've made for the better and changes we think that are needed. Well, anybody that's still with me, thank you. This is quite the tangent I've gone off. I don't remember where I started, and I was just going to talk about free comfrey. Yeah, I've been agitated. I've been short with people. I do have a little bit of a warrior mentality. I'm sorry. We all have our issues. It's part of how I grew up. We're all healing. I do think we need to find our voices and speak honestly to the situation. If the science is that clear, if our actions in the next 3 years are going to determine the rest of our time on this planet, I got to be honest, no brag, just fact, I love my life, and I'm privileged to have a nice chunk of property in Asheville. Is not easy, especially with the economy these days. I'm sure that wind's just wrecking this. But I'm also 50 years old, no children, little debt because we tried to stop that for quite a few years now, and trying to share as much of this as we can. So that's how it works. We collect all those nuts we can and we share them around. We share those seeds around. That's a better world. That's a better way. It feels good. It feels good. I talk about some of the first plants I was given here were by my friend Jean-Jacques, and there were cuttings off his trees, figs and gooseberries and gummy berries. He was doing his pruning, and he would just throw those on the ground, and he told me to take those home, stick them in the ground, and they would grow. I thought he was full of shit. No way. It can't be that easy. I mean, I know things clone this and that. Sure enough, it was. He gave me cuttings for my trees to graft on. I taped those on, they grafted on after I learned how. So things like that fascinated me. Along with that, it wasn't a feeling of, here, give me $5 for each one of those cuttings, which I am doing here, but I'm doing a lot of work in taking those cuttings, planting them, getting them into pots, potting them up, taking soil from our property, putting them in pots that have been gifted. So I'm justifying it a bit. If anybody wants plants for free, please come get them. We don't have a problem with that, with the gift economy as well. But it's time we start doing these things, teaching these things, sharing these things, but also talking about the problem. Not the main problem, not the biggest problem, but the problem that will end us and has been our final warning, I believe, and that is climate change. If you have any questions, please ask me. I love talking about it. Peace.